Hello, CS family. Welcome back to my channel, Chantel Stuff. It's your girl, Audrey Chantel here, your hostess with the mostest, back with another video. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Also, hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I drop a video. Hop into the comments, let me know what's on your mind, and you share this video with anyone and everyone. Hopefully, everyone is having a phenomenal day on today. Today's topic is being debt free, right? Eliminating debt elimination, debt free, stress free, right? So right now we all know prices are astronomical, and they continue to rise. It's like they're on steroids, rates are rising. And right now is not the time to carry a lot of debt. If you are debt free, let me just tell you that financial freedom that you have, that financially stress-free life, that you could live, that I always talk about, you could have. Listen, you need that in a time like this, right? With all of this stuff going on in our world is like turned upside down and inside out. Even, with us, well, we think sometimes, hey, I think I make enough money to make it, and I got this and I have that. But guess what? If the prices are rising higher and your pay is still staying the same, well, then eventually you're going to be upside down in many things, right? So, and a lot of people are feeling the press. They're in the press. They're feeling the pressure because the prices, when I say that they're just stupid crazy, they just are. Every week that I go to the grocery store, and I know I've said this in videos before, but it is so true. Every week that I go to the grocery store, prices are higher, right? And I'm not talking about just a few cents. They're higher. Sometimes it's $1 or $2 higher from the last week, from the previous week. So today is not the day to carry a lot of debt. Right now, if you're carrying a lot of debt, it's just maxing. It's just stretching you to the max, like it's eating up all of your money. Now, you remember, I do have my website, excellencecreditandmoneymanagement.com, excellencecreditandmoneymanagement.com, right? So it's going to be in the description box below. You can click that link. If you're interested in, some of my information is out there on the website. I have some e-handbooks out there for you. I do have one, debt elimination, how to eliminate debt by debt stacking. So it's about debt elimination and all of that. If you're interested in me putting together a plan for you to help you eliminate your debt, email me from the website. Let me know how I can help you and if you want that help. If not, grab that e-handbook so you can, read step for step how to do it yourself. But the information is out there, not just mine. It's information, all over the place. Choose and get what you like and find, whatever that financial institution is, that trusted, loan officer or financial counselor that you have in your life. If you don't have any, ask friends, family, loved ones, or your bank or credit union, hey, do you offer this, service? Of course, like at the credit union I work for, I am, a financial counselor there. I do offer the service there, through the credit union as well. The credit union offers that service, and I'm that financial counselor. So you can get that help there as well. So I can't even stress enough how, being debt free, period, across the board, because I've always said it's a good thing. When my husband and I became debt free, man, it just felt like, I was like, seriously, like, I don't know. I'm not trying to say it's like we felt like we were gazillionaires, but I was like, dang, I feel kind of rich right now because I'm not, like, my money is not going to everyone else but us, So I do strongly recommend that you do that. But again, it doesn't have to be me. If you choose me, great. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to do all I can to take care of you and to help get you educated, to get you in the place you need to be, to help you eliminate that debt so that you can have that stress-free, that financially stress-free life, right? So you can live comfortably without having to stress about, finances all the time. You feel like, man, I don't have enough money to even give my kids or myself even the bare necessities. And that's where people are right now. Sometimes they're not even having enough funds, to get the groceries that they want. I had, one client was telling me, one member was saying, it's either you're going to have snacks in the pantry or you're going to have food in the pantry. I have to make a choice. So that means maybe, this week, no snacks. We have to wait until we have enough funds. That's rough. Living, not even just from paycheck to paycheck. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh God, it's like you just don't have enough money. And to hear the stories and to even have lived that myself, I know how it is, to have all of your funds going out the door before you even get them, right? And I know how it is not to be able to have, just like that member was saying, I couldn't even have snacks for my kids. I just had to have enough food to feed us all. I know what it's like to feel like that. I'm not saying that, extracurricular, activities and all of that is just like where it's at. But every now and then, you like to step out and have, just a nice little cheap meal, just to be outside of the home and somewhere where you don't have to do all the work and all the cooking. Well, you can't even afford that. I remember it was time I was like, dude, I can't even afford a Subway sandwich if I wanted it. Who wants to live like that? Nobody. And you don't have to. So don't carry a lot of debt. Don't acquire a lot of debt right now. Like if you acquire debt right now, you're going to pay so much more. Because like I said earlier, rates are rising. And I don't see things getting any better anytime soon. So if you don't have to go into that, debt, don't do it. And do all you can to eliminate yours. So if you're getting overtime, that's just not extra money to blow. Like, hey, tell that money, hey, eliminate this debts. If you could pick up a second job, like maybe just a couple hours on a weekend, or maybe an hour or two after work, 2 or 3 times a week or something. I'm not saying like, kill yourself to do this, but I am saying sacrifice and going hard. Go after that debt with vengeance, right? Eliminate, get rid of it so it's not hindering you and your family. So it's not stressing you and your family out, right? So there's nothing like, having all that stress from being financially strapped, right? Because you already know it bleeds off into other things. Now everything's irritating you. Can't get along with your husband, can't get along with your wife, can't get along with the kids, neighbors, your parents drive you nuts. Everything you become like so super, sensitive to everything is because you're stressed the freaking heck out. And not even only that, now you're putting yourself in a place where you're gonna be high risk for heart attack and stroke and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like serious, like stress is a killer. Like look it up. It is. Nobody wants to go to an early grave because of stress. And one of the largest stressors is, money, right? Money can just, the lack of it and the lack of managing it properly can seriously just like drive you to an early grave, right? So, but it can ruin relationships, ruin health, all kinds of things. Nobody want to live like that. I've seen people and heard of stories and watched and seen things out there where, people that have not managed their, finances properly and got in such an overwhelming amount of debt, they find themselves in bankruptcy. A lot of people are just, walking away from life, period. I listen to some of the homeless stories. It's a lot of them out there about the drugs, but when you find out what led them to the drugs and what led them to, that life and all that kind of stuff, a lot of times it's money. The lack, not being educated enough to know how to manage it properly and all these different kind of things. It's all kinds of stories out there that's connected to that. But let me tell you, there's success stories too. You can do it. You can do it. It's just all about sitting down, getting that plan together, working your plan, and your plan will work for you. And that's just how it is. And if life-changing circumstances happen, adjust your plan to fit that life-changing circumstance so your plan continues to work for you, right? So it continues to do whatever that goal is that you set. Eliminate that debt, whatever it is. But we're talking about the debt elimination today, so I'm going to stick on that one. But it will if you do it. When I say it will, I can guarantee you that your plan will work for you if you work your plan. Period. That's how it goes, right? That's how it works. So I do strongly recommend that you do that. And just keep in mind, like, you see the craziness that's going on out here in the world. You see it right now. You see all the rising prices and the values of things that we thought we had value in. We're losing it. So values being lost in homes and vehicles and all that. And that depreciates anyway. But guess what? Everything had been so inflated that it is like depreciating at a higher rate. It's just, it's just crazy, you know. I do, you know, just like everybody else know, like, well, everything is balancing itself out and all this kind of thing. Listen, everything has its cycles, right? But guess what? While you're going through the cycle, if you set yourself up, then you will win, right? So make sure that you're doing what you need to do for you and your family that is going to best serve you and your family. And carrying a lot of debt is not it. It's not it. Why would you be spending and sending all of your funds out to someone else? You know, because when you have debt, you're paying interest, right? So you have those interest payments that you have and all that kind of stuff. Just imagine if you saved the money and you did it yourself and then you bought it, there's no interest. You didn't have to pay anybody any interest, right? So it can happen. And I always say, you know, people, you know, if you have a necessity and you feel like you have to go into a loan, I always say it needs to be a necessity. You need to have a plan to eliminate that debt as fast as possible, and also the means to do so. If you don't have all those three things, then you can't afford that loan. You can't afford to go into that loan, right? So you might need to rethink your options. How can I do this without going into debt? There's always a way. There's always a way. Just find out your options and then choose what's best for you, and don't always think, oh, let me just more debt. Oh, I don't have it this week, so let me put it on the credit card. Okay, let's not do that, right? Set yourself up for success and you will succeed, guaranteed. So I just like to encourage everybody out there, if you are listening and watching this, share it with somebody. But listen, I like to encourage you all to become debt-free, especially in an economy like we're experiencing right now, right? So hopefully today this video helped somebody out. Hopefully today this video lifted somebody up. You all have a phenomenal day, and I will see you all in the next video. Deuces.